Piers Morgan Uncensored became Piers Morgan Censored.
Quickly.
Last week, I interviewed Jaguar Wright, a singer-songwriter who's made claims about Diddy for years. Those claims had already received a lot of attention in the media across many platforms for many years. And that's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyoncé during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored.
It's JEJE.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're welcome to JEJE Vibe. You know I got the queen with me. It's going to be a fire show. So we're going to be talking about when Uncensored becomes censored.
I want to issue an urgent trigger warning. I'm going to be constantly celebrating the one thing you can't abide, free speech. And that's real free speech, not your kind of free speech, where only your opinions are allowed and anyone with a different opinion has to be shamed, abused and cancelled, their careers and reputations destroyed. No, the free speech is supposed to be the bedrock of any real democratic society. Nobody's getting cancelled on Piers Morgan Uncensored. This is a no-cancel zone. No opinion will be silenced, no debate will be off limits, no BS will be tolerated. My mission statement for this show is very simple. I'm going to cancel culture. I'll defeat this insidious, joyless societal scourge with those most effective of democracy-preserving weapons: common sense and truth. And that's the truth, by the way, not your truth. I'll always fight your corner. I'll always have your back.
Many months later,
We all see the drama happening right now with the whole Diddy case. Jaguar Wright was invited to Piers Morgan Uncensored.
She was.
We all know what that show stands for. Uncensored opinion.
Literally.
Bring your uncensored opinion and let's talk about it. So she brought her uncensored opinion
She did.
to the Uncensored show.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim?
Keeping people against their will.
Like I said, Jay-Z and Beyoncé are not here, unfortunately, to respond to that.
I know. I'm just being honest with you.
No, you're perfectly entitled to your views, obviously.
And you know what happened after that. So we're going to see the effect of what that interview. So let's hear from Piers Morgan himself.
Well, last week I interviewed Jaguar Wright, a singer-songwriter who's made claims about Diddy for years. Those claims had already received a lot of attention in the media across many platforms for many years. And that's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyoncé during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored.
The Uncensored is now censored.
Which is crazy, by the way.
It's just crazy. At least he acknowledged it. It's like this is not what we usually do.
It's something that they shouldn't even do in the first place, because that's what the title of the show is, Morgan Piers Uncensored. So why would you now go and censor and edit, I guess, an episode that was already on censors based on the name of your show?
Based on the name of the show. If we're being real.
Yep.
It's based on the name of what you call your show.
And we've heard some people even talk some crazy shit.
Crazy.
On that show. That was even worse than what Jaguar Wright said.
Crazy. Trust me, we've seen a lot of crazy arguments on Piers Morgan on Censored.
Have. So why is this one different?
Why is this one different?
Considering the fact that Jaguar Wright has always been speaking about these people for the longest.
Yeah. And this is not coming from, this is someone who was really close to JayZ.
They had history.
They have like there's performance of her and JayZ.
And then she came on your platform based on the questions you were asking her, and she gave you her honest opinion.
Her uncensored opinion.
Okay, her uncensored opinion.
So Piers Morgan is
then it's crazy how if she had she gave her uncensored opinion, and then you are now apologizing and now editing the Uncensored.
And to credit to him, he was clear at the interview with Jaguar Wright that Jay-Z and Beyoncé are not here to defend themselves. So these are just allegations. I think that was fair enough for him to like.
It was fair.
But when it now comes to even you being fair.
So here is the thing, though.
Had to like edit the whole interview.
What he should have done was invite Jay-Z and Beyoncé to the show, like you always done.
Exactly. This was what was said on the show.
So, hey, I'm giving you opportunity to, speak your own truth too.
The courtesy to like let you guys know, okay, this
but instead,
the show and you guys go check it out. Like, come through the show and let's talk about it.
But instead, Piers Morgan got a ass whooping.
Oh my God.
I didn't want to say it.
Oh my God. Kobuku for Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan was like, okay. I think it was like, let me just quickly adjust before this Kobuku hits me. But still, the lawyers came out and made a statement.
And gave him an ultimatum.
So they said, according to the lawyer, this is not a cease and desist.
No, because there were several rumors that it was cease and desist. But the lawyer came and clarified that.
So I think somebody reported it was a cease and desist. It wasn't that. It was quite bluntly an ultimatum, which is remove that false accusation that's demonstrably false, or a court's going to order you to. And so I think he made the wise choice and acted accordingly.
He meaning Piers Morgan.
Removing it and apologizing for it, yes. What changed?
That's crazy, though.
Yo, the lawyer is flexing, man.
Yep. Saying we're giving you an ultimatum. We're giving you a warning.
Yo, Piers.
And Piers did the wise thing by editing Uncensored.
Oh my God, Piers, he's baxing on it. He's like, yeah. Like he acted accordingly.
Somebody got a string on Piers Morgan now.
Oh my God, Piers! See this guy? This guy is flexing muscle. He's like, yeah. He acted accordingly without even an objection, without even a fight. Mm-hmm. He was like, "This is your show. It's supposed to be uncensored." And you're telling me that somebody just sent you a letter and you're censored
and tell you to censor you, and then all of a sudden you became censored.
Oh my God, this is an L for Piers Morgan, man. This is not
For
good.
a show that is Piers Morgan Uncensored,
this is not a good
associated to your name.
This is not a good look.
It's not.
I think it's okay. You can come up with an apology, but at the same time, if you apologize and stand by
My own thing is
show
that if
and
it's his
leave-
show as Uncensored, then hey, he should have given Jay-Z and Beyoncé the opportunity to come air out their own opinion on Censored too.
come true and speak to the people. This is what was said about you on the show. Do you want to come true and say your piece or give us your truths or whatever?
Instead, Piers Morgan Uncensored became Piers Morgan Censored.
Quickly. Like, shut him up. Quickly. He said he's not censored. Man, you know he's censored.
You gonna censor this shit?
Man, we gonna censor that shit. Like, send him a letter. Like, so where does freedom of expression now comes in, especially when it comes to journalism?
Not even just journalism. As an American, we have the free speech, and we gonna speak it.
Like, what are we doing here? How can Piers Morgan become censored by just, and look at what he's saying. He's flexing. He's not even like, good for him.
Here, in my mind, is that somebody on a so-called journalistic platform exploited that kind of random rumor mill, whether it's disconnected from reality or what have you, and lifted it up. And by doing that, they not only caused harm here, but they are also droning out the voices of real victims. And by doing that to get clicks, it didn't just harm the Carters. What he did effectively was to drone out the voices of actual victims in an ongoing case, in an ongoing investigation. And that was too much for me.
Are you in the process of making sure that it is taken down everywhere?
What I am here to say is that in a situation as serious as this, somebody who puts themselves out as a journalist should not effectively take advantage of the situation and exploit somebody in this way. And so that's the real reason for action.
Does it strike you a little bit that there's been a lot of silence in Hollywood in the wake of all of this?
Well, as to the Carters, I can tell you that when they put their foot down on something as they did here, they are sending a message. And if they can't stand up and make sure right from wrong, then who can? I've always believed that the truth will come out in courtrooms, and I'm sure the truth will come out here.
So my own thing is that Jay-Z and Beyoncé saying that they are victims because he mentioned it.
Yeah, because I think that's what he's alluding to.
So, but
let's not put thoughts into it.
But I'm not even putting thoughts into it. No. Not after everything we've seen everywhere in the media. No. But here's the thing. So, if Jaguar Wright is saying these things about these people, then uncensoredly, then the same treatment should have been given to Jay-Z and Beyoncé.
Yeah, to come give their own uncensored
opinion
or censored truth or uncensored. That's what the show is.
Here is my thing. Free speech is here to stay. Either everyone likes it or not.
And we're going to talk our shit.
It's here to stay and will forever stay. Yeah, I said it.
Man, we got to talk our shit, man. Like, then if we don't have our voice, what do we have? Like, we got to speak our mind. But still,
if people are saying bad things about you, if several bad news about you is circulating, that's on you.
Crazy.
It's that simple.
Simple. Easy. So you can't just back some when there's praises out there for you and say, oh, you're the greatest. But at the same time, it comes with the territory. People are going to say what they say, but we're not validating anybody's opinion. All we're saying here is that Piers Morgan Uncensored is now censored. And like, you guys heard it from the lawyer. The lawyer is like, what the hell, man? We told him to shut and he shut up. So yeah, at the same time, we'll see how the case goes when it comes to Diddy. But there's so much we've just been hearing about this Hollywood stars and Hollywood shenanigans that is like, oh my God, every day another one. Like, this is crazy. So it's shaky right now for Piers Morgan because I don't understand your show anymore. But anyway, don't forget this JJ vibe. You know I got the queen with me. And you know we're going to see you in the next one. If
Bye-bye
you're new
now.
to the channel, hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe. You're welcome to JJ Vibe. It's JJ Vibe.
Oh, JEJE.
JJ Vibe.
Free speech.
You know it's JJ Vibe.
Free speech.
You know it's JJ Vibe.
It's free speech.
Let's go.